leader here in the house. And as you can uh, see, for today, our topic for today is recovering our technical classes from day one. So we're covering again the curriculum from the scratch. And last time we spoke about the first very topic that we had when we were having the classes. So today we'll be going through the anatomy of candlesticks. So which means we'll be teaching you how to read your candlesticks. And today's class is very essential. So for any of us who attended the previous classes, if you are here, please type one in the chat box. Please type one in the chat box if you were here from the get-go from the last time. Just type one in the chat box. Okay, Mr. Ernest, I can see you. So do we have any other people who joined the last classes? If you joined, just type one. If you didn't, and you are new here and this is your first time, type two in the chat box, please. So today, like we said, we're having yeah, okay, we have two. We have Ikuma, which is the first time he's joining. So all right, no problem at all. So is it just these two people? We have also people who don't understand the topic, even joining from the get-go, but you don't understand, or you join from the middle, but you understood something from our technical classes. So if you are that person, just type three in the chat box. So let's see where we are going to focus more our discussion on. Okay, we have someone who typed one, Mr. Ernest. From the get-go, we have three. Okay, down the line, wasn't understanding. We have more people who are typing three. So no problem, absolutely no problem. So lucky to be here. And what I would recommend if you are not already doing is get your notes and pen. So because also we'll be as from now, we'll be tracking and we'll make this class as interactive as ever. So just hold your notes. And by the time we finish this section, by the time we go through all our curriculum, uh, probably in the middle, we could be having more questions that will be thrown to random people and there will be giveaways. You don't want to miss on that. But plus, once you are also adapted to using your notes as a trader, you tend to understand the topic even better, and it's for your own good. So now let's just dive into the topic for tonight. I'll be sharing my screen and we'll be going through the topic for tonight, which is the anatomy of Japanese candle. So just let me know if you are seeing the screen. Please just type one in the chat box. Let me know you are seeing the screen. So, so you can see the screen, right? Uh, yeah, we can see some. Okay, type in one. Okay, yeah, that's great. So, definition of technical analysis. Um, yeah, we actually talked about the definition of technical analysis in the last class, but I'll just briefly see about that. So we said um, anything that has to do with charts and analytics in the sense that charting, using your charting tool, which is your Japanese chart. We actually have different type of chart. We have line charts and other type of charts that we have as well. but the best charts you can use is as a technical analysis, Japanese charts. So we just dive into it. So what is candlesticks? The Japanese candlestick is a type of price chart that shows the opening and close high and low position in each given period. So which means we talked about having different time frame. So we're having different time frame as regards to um, candlestick charts. We have it ranging from seconds to the yearly. So we have seconds, we have minutes, we have hourly charts, and we have daily charts, and also we have monthly charts and yearly charts. So the Japanese candlestick chart analysis so called because the candlestick line resembles a candle, have refined by generations of use in the Far East. Candlestick charts are now used internationally by swing traders, day traders, investors, and premier financial institutions. So the color of the candle gives vital information. So why does it give the vital information? It gives the vital information because each candlestick that you see that forms in the market has a vital role that it plays because one can indicate that it's a buy candle, a bullish candle, and the other can indicate that it's a sell candle, which can represent a bearish move. And when it comes to the body on how we read these candlesticks, so if it's a bullish candle, which is a buy candle, eh, when okay, so you are not hearing me clearly. So can you hear me clearly now? If you can hear me clearly now, just type one in the chat box, please. JP said, see if I can get close to my mic. So let me see if I can use the mic to actually get this better. Just a sec. I want to make sure I'm giving everybody a better experience as regards to the microphone. So let's see. So now how is it now? Is it better? If it's better, please just type one in the chat box, please. I'm trying to use a microphone right now. And if you can hear it clearly, just okay, that's great, that's great. So like I was saying, um the candlestick, the difference, the colors, they show vital rules. Even though the default settings that you see in every chart, it's green and red, but always depends on our preference. It depends on our preference, depends on each trader. You can see a trader who is using a total different color to represent the buy candle and the sell candle. For the people who are just joining us, who are newbies probably, who are not used to this. So we say this is a Japanese candle and it has a body, right? So here we call the body. This is the body of the candle, and this tiny one that you are seeing here, we can call it a high. So to the tip of it, we call it a high, and the body of this tiny space you are seeing here is referred to as the shadow, right? And the lower shadow also is still the same thing, shadow, but the lower one and the higher shadow. So we have for the buy candle, the bullish candle, it always open beneath it and then closes above it, right? It opens beneath and it closes above it. And at the end, it forms a green candle, right? So we always have a sell candle, which always opens at the top and it closes below, right? And then when we have this scenario here, in which maybe a candle it opened here, and then it got to this extent, but at the end it closes here, so it has a wick. So the candle came all the way to this here, formed price up to this area, but then ended up closing here. So we have a close, we have a low, right? The low is the highest price the price got to, but then it closes around here. So this is the candlestick line. So this is a representation of know that the candle that represents the buy, the people, the bulls in the market is always green. And the one that represents the sellers in the market in most cases is the red candlestick. And it always opens on top and closes below. When it's the bullish candle, it opens below and closes above. So as regards to this topic right here, what we just discussed, if you understood or you don't, if you understand type 1, if you don't understand, please type 2 in the chat box so I can explain and know that for sure that you understand. So just type 1 if you understood clearly. If you don't, type 1, type 2 so I know, and then you can probably unmute or just type what you don't understand. So if you understood this section, because it's very vital, just type 1 in the chat box, please. Okay, Mr. Grant, that's great. We also have Abdullah additional, my co-host. Mr. Abdullah, you're here already. I think we should be hosting together. Yeah, definitely. So I will definitely, I wanted you to host this class for tonight, but then yeah, explain that shadow again, please, and how it opens and closes. Okay, no problem, JP. Um, so is there any other person who has a section in what we just explained that doesn't understand? Please just type so we could address that together. So we have just JP who says I should explain the week. So do we have any other person who this is not clear to before we move ahead? So we for the week, right? So what I was saying is that once a candle opens, so for example, in the instance of the bullish candle, right? We said for a bullish candle, it opens below and then closes above, right? So then now imagine that this candlestick, right? The price was beneath here before, right? No. Let's just assume from the opening. It opens in this area and then prices got to this tip here, but then it got here, created this high, but at the end, when it has to close, it closes here, which means the bulls in the market, the buyers in the market, they actually push price all the way to this high, the highest high here. But then they didn't succeed in closing it above this area. So the close within that time frame, if it was, for example, in 1 minute, it closes around there. If it's 1 hour, it closes around here. If it's 4 hours, so always remember that the time frame determines a lot. So if this was a 1 hour, an hourly candlestick, it opens here, the price got to this area here, but then the buyers, the pressure was not enough, so it has to close around here. But regardless, it is being recorded in the chart that this price got to this high here. So these places that price didn't succeed to close at will be our week because price actually got here, but then closes here. So it printed this week around here. So we call this week because price didn't resist this price area here. So I hope I was able to answer that, Mr. P, Mr. JP. So do you understand now? So before we move ahead, is there another person who doesn't understand this section before we move ahead? So we said as well, the color, right, is very vital because by default, you will always have your candlestick in green and red, but then depending on the preference of the trader, they might change the color of the candlesticks, but always know that we have a bullish and a bearish candle. So depending on you, you could play around with the setting in your preferred trading tool. For example, the general tool we use to chart its trading view, or you can decide to chart on your preferred platform or your brokerage account or your exchange. So in most cases, what you always use is your trading view, what we always recommend also here in our community. So let's move to the next topic. So types of candlestick patterns. So we have candlestick patterns that are classified into numbers, single, double, triple, and then we also have continuation and reversals, right? We have the ones that shows directions, and the numbers of them that we have is single. We also have double, we have triple, right? So we have the ones that are in patterns and they can indicate directions, right? So you can see we have these double patterns here, right? We have these ones who are double. We have this already from here, which is the triple, right? We can also see this is triple and this is single. We have this, which is a single one. Those are the same thing, but they are single. So if you see this in our chat, it still identify something to you. So we then go down now to give you the definition of each and every one of these candlesticks, right? So we have a bullish engulfing. We have also doji. We have three soldiers. We'll just go to the definitions right now, but just know it's very vital. You know that we have a single pattern, we have double, we have also triple. So when you see them on your chart, they are saying something to you. They are communicating something to you, and you are able to spot moves and directions. We can also use them to spot directions. So it could be a continuation candlesticks, or it could be a reversal candlestick. So in the case of maybe a market is going in a bullish direction before, it could be a reversal. So once you spot this, um, it could be a reversal. When you spot this, it could be a reversal as well. So there could be a reversal in the movement. So function of candlesticks, sentiment. So where the function of candlesticks, right? Of candles, you can use them to spot sentiment, strength or trend, reversal points, retracement, and entry and exit points. So when it comes to sentiments, it has to do with what traders or particular communities in the market are actually sentimizing how they are feeling. So on how they are feeling, and at times candlestick also can portray to us strength in trend, right? So for example, when you see three Marabusu candles in a trend in an uptrend, you know that institutional traders at times are joining the markets and they are actually manipulating prices to their favor. So at times you could see a reversal candle, for example, like a doji or you could see a doji and it will be telling you some things to be portraying. Uh, so you can also see a dragonfly, depending on the traders, right? We have different traders that has different names for these candlesticks, and don't get confused at all. It's still the same thing. It's portraying the same thing for you. So it could also so one of the functions as well is you can use to spot reversals, right? So as we also say, it can be very vital as well to determine our retracement, and we can use them to also spot entry and exit points in our trade or our analysis. So bullish candlestick patterns, for example, we have these bullish reversal patterns that appears downtrend, right? Single price reversals to the upside. So we have our hammer, a single candlestick pattern. It can signal an end of bearish trend, a bottom or a support level. The candle has a long lower shadow, which should be at least twice the length of the real body. The color of the hammer doesn't matter, though if it's bullish, the signal is strong. So you can see this here, when you see a hammer, right, here, It's actually identifying you that this bearish trend is coming to an end and there's a reversal in the move. So there's a change in trend right now. You can see you can use to spot an early uptrend move. So this is an hammer, and if you have so this is an hammer here, an example of an hammer here, and a hammer you can see, and it's a single pattern, right? So we also have our inverted hammer. So a single candle pattern. The candle has a small body and a long upper shadow, which is at least in 2 times longer than the real body. So still the same thing, but in a different scenario. The color of the hammer doesn't matter. Though if it's bullish, the signal is stronger. An inverted hammer always requires further bullish confirmation, right? So this is for the bullish scenario, and it's a confirmation entry for us. So we have a piston line. So a piston line is a double candle pattern. The first candlestick is long and bearish. The second candlestick opens with a gap down. Below the closing level of this first candle, it's a bullish candlestick which does not which closes above the 50% of the first candles, but the both bodies should be long enough. So the pattern shows that even though trading started with a bearish impulse, buyers managed to reverse the situation and seal their gains. The signs is moderately strong. So this is for the pricing line. And we also do well to make sure that we are giving you examples. We're giving you examples of these scenarios when we are going back to our charts to show you on here. So as regards to this right here, I wouldn't want to rush us, right? I'll give you, let me see, just few examples for tonight, and I would make sure you understand this before I will try to spot. Let me just give you 3 examples and we'll try to spot them on the chart before we move on. So for bullish, for an inverted hammer, a hammer, I'll try and spot that on any of uh, so for example, you can see here, we have a hammer here, regardless of if it's a bearish candle, because it closes below, right? But you can see what price did here after. So we just got, you can also see, no, this is a perfect example as well. You can see, yeah. So can we all see my screen? You see, after this move, there was a bullish up move, and this market here created a new high because it broke structure to the upside, created this new high here. And then after we had this, then we had market broke this structure back downward. So you can see we have a hammer here, right? And then we also have another hammer here as an example, and so on and so forth. So do we understand our hammer, or do we have any question as regards to this? So I use perfectly, I'm on time, and what we have left is around 26 minutes. I will allow Mr. Abdullah come on board and just give us a brief explanation on this and his view on. So I can still share my slides so he can also use and just emphasize on canonistic patterns. Mr. Abdullah, are you here with us? Mr. Abdullah, are you here with us?
I'm here. Oh, good evening. I'm here. Oh. Sorry.
Hello. I don't know if it's me.
Can you hear me?
Okay. I
Hello?
think I can hear you now.
I'm sorry. Good evening. Good
Yeah.
evening, everyone. Good evening, leaders in the house. Good evening, Mr. Abiola Dios. So, good evening, leaders in the house. There's not much time. So, like you all know before, I'm Abdullah. So, okay, tonight the topic is candles in Japanese candlestick, right? So, the thing is just that I won't say much because with Aviola has like you have said almost everything. Do you understand? So please, if I'm audible, let me know, Mr. Davila. Am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible. You're audible, please go ahead.
Okay, fine. So, because what he has been telling us in the morning actually, because for you to start trading, I won't lie to you, it's like you that you want to go to university to study a course, you have to start from primary school or from even creche self, you understand? So with that like that, it means that for everything that you want to do in trading as well, trading is like you going to academy, then whereby you have to study trading before you can start trading. Without studying, you can never trade. And before you can start trading, just like you want to write like a word, before you can write a word, you have to understand the alphabet very, very well. So the anatomy of Japanese candlestick, it's like the history of, let's say, the history of trading, because it was like a man like that when I think the man was selling rice, a Japanese that time. So he now tried to use all these things to accumulate and know how the price of the stock, the market is going that time. The rice is selling. So I think that brought about all this Japanese kanduko. I think it was originated by the Japanese man. So I just read this thing. It was very long, so I just tried to remember. So I cannot be sharing my screen again about the candlestick because I said a lot. So now let's just move forward, because if you have to even check the screen of your chart, if you open your chart, the thing you see majorly on your chart is candlestick. Like that is what make up trading. Every other thing are just confluences, which tells you that for you to open your screen and you want to see the chart, like I have some of my friends, if I open my chart in their midst like that, they will just see candles. They just feel like, what is all this thing that just stand? This one, jargons. They don't understand. But I can't blame them, you understand? The reason is that they cannot even, they don't even understand what the thing is. They knew it is like a trading platform, but they don't know that because they don't know the ABC. If you don't know ABC to Z, you can never pronounce a word, cannot even spell your name, which means that you have to understand this thing properly. So I think we have done all these things before. Even tonight, when I saw I think the last class on Friday, actually, I'm very sure I wanted to join, but my battery was around 5% and it was really, I couldn't charge. So when I saw the first topic about an introduction to tank analysis, I was like, is this the last topic or we are starting again? So tonight I now saw the candlestick and the anatomy of Japanese candlestick. I was like, I have to call it. I bet that bro, are we starting? I said yes. I was like, wow, it really did a lot because the last class was recorded. Actually, if I were to be the team, I'll just say anybody that want to do it, you go and check the last class. But like they try to bring back this thing again, not even with a break. Wow. In fact, that the kudos to RoyalQ team, because this thing you like this thing they are doing, you can never get it anywhere like that. In fact, they really try. Kudos to all the team of RoyalQ, because I wasn't expecting they will start this class again without any resting. So now, so the candlestick, like if you open your chart, candlesticks are what you will see. So if you cannot read your candlestick properly, it means that you cannot even do anything. Like you just be dragging your mouse around the screen. You won't be able to do anything. So for everything, for you that you have attended the class with us the first time, you should know this thing that, wow, this is how they work. But for the newbie as well, and the previous people, will just know that this is another time for you to get this knowledge properly. Because me, I was even like trying to call him to tell him that, bro, maybe you should just host a class that what you have done before, maybe two people should just be a co-host. They should come and explain properly. So, but since they felt like let us do this thing again, it's very, very good. You understand? So now, this is another time to focus on how to start your trading career again. And we have to start from candlestick. You have been introduced to technical analysis. Then the next thing you want to analyze is the candlestick. Those people you saw there, we have the bar and the line, but majorly what you can easily read and understand is the candlestick. So please, this is like the candlestick. We have different type of candlestick. We have the like the Barabozu, all this bullish engulfing, all the stuff, Endoji, Hammerhead. He has been explaining a lot to us. So you might not be able to finish this candlestick patterns to you, but you have to also go ahead. You can just check on Google, just look around, check on YouTube. They will tell you type of candlestick using trading. You will see everything. You can understand, read everything as well yourself. You understand? So that you know how this candlestick work. Because as you go forward like this, we will surely be using this candlestick to do everything that we do. And note that candlestick, they represent like the price of the market. You understand? Like they denote the price of the market. They'll tell you, okay, market has opened from here today. Market has opened from here. It closes here. Market touches here. That is the week, maybe the opening week and the higher. So all those stuff, they will tell you the low, the high. They will tell you the opening and the close. The body of the candle will tell you the open and the close. That one depends on maybe the bullish candle or the bearish candle, but both of them will tell you the same information. It now depends. But don't be confused. You see on the screen, you see the red candle, you see the green candle. Yeah, a lot of people use red and green candle. I think that is what a lot of us know. We feel like when market is dumping, there's blood in the market, everybody will be red. That's why they use the red candle majorly. When everything is pumping, bullish, they will be seeing green majorly everywhere. That's why a lot of people use red and green. But mind you, it doesn't stop to that level. You understand? You can use any color to represent your both the bullish and candle and bearish candlestick. You can use any color. Even when I started my trading, I used only red and green. I was telling my brother that almost all this your color candlestick, they are not useful to me. That they don't find. I like blue, I like red and green. But to my stage now, I was just like, this my chart is not fine. I have to just change the color of the candlestick from red and green to another color. And I'm like, wow, see my chart is very clean, it's fine. So, but it starts from somewhere. So that's it. But all these candlestick, the reversal candlestick, they are very useful because as you go forward, you will be using all these candlestick. You have to set them in some space, in some specific area, whereby those candlestick will be very, very vital for you to check out. They will be telling you some things that will happen next in the market. They will tell you how the market will go. So because all these candlestick, they denote the price action. They'll tell you the price of the market. Okay, BTC open at $32,000. It closes at $82,000. So they'll tell you all these things. You know that wow, Bitcoin has done this in maybe in 1 hour, in 30 minutes, in all these things. But don't worry, as time goes on, I think you will still touch all those ones. So that I won't just go far. The thing I want to say that is that please, this is another opportunity for you. And this is the beginning. If the last 50 you don't have notes, please get notes right now. Jot down something. Take this second time journey serious because I wasn't expecting this second time to come up, but fine. They have done very, very well for you. Please take it very serious. So this kind of thing that we are talking tonight here, he has done a lot of things and he has said it all. So me saying I want to go and open new PDF or I want to share screen to open the screen doesn't really have anything I want to say. As time goes on, we share screen when we get to where the matter gone is. So we share the screen. So I think that would just be what I'll just say tonight. You can also go ahead yourself to read more about candlestick, you understand? So when we come back together, when we start moving forward, you will know that what you have read, you will now see it, everything on chat. So by that, because someone used to tell me that whatever you study yourself will always be in your head. If someone teach you something, you might forget, but whatever you suffered for, to understand yourself. Trust me, it will surely be the best knowledge that you have for yourself. So I think with that, so maybe the previous class we'll start to enjoy ourselves properly. So if it's bored tonight, don't worry, it's not bored. Candlestick is very, very important. You understand? When we now get to chat, don't rush. You feel like, oh, let's go to up and down now. Let's catch market. Don't worry. All those ones will be sorted out. We are here for you. So thank you, everyone. Thanks to everyone that joined tonight. And Leader Abiola, thank you very, very much. Thank you.
That was amazing, Leader Abdullah. That was amazing. And for the purpose of those of us, because I believe everybody should be interested in this, actually, having extra additional knowledge doing our research. So I will just give you a quick one here, right? This is just more of like an incentive I'm giving you guys. If you need a website, a legit website where you can read about these concepts about candlesticks and major other things that we are teaching you here, you could go to babypips.com, babypips.com. So tap that and you can start to learn about candlesticks and read more and get profound knowledge about candlesticks. So just go there, you type babypips.com on your web browser and go there. You can read a lot about candlestick and how everything about candlesticks, and you can get more deep dive knowledge about that in your notes. So I hope you caught that, babypips.com. So yeah, um, the like we taught you tonight, we talked about the single scenarios about candlestick patterns and the directions. So we have two different directions that they give us in the market, which is the continuation or reversals. Continuations or reversals. And we have single patterns, we have double or triple, right? So one of the scenario is what I've made example with for us tonight, which is uh, the hammer, right? And then we also have inverted hammer. So, but I was able to spot one example for us, which is this actually. We can see we have a hammer here and it played out exactly as we've illustrated to you here. So what we say hammer did a single candle pattern, right? It's a single pattern and it can signal a end of a bullish trend, a bottom or a support level. The candle has a long lower shadow, which should be at least long twice than the length of the real body. The color of the hammer doesn't matter, though if it's bullish, the signal is strong. You understand? So now we have that is signal. It's signaling to us that the bearish movement is ending, and once this appears, it's bullish all the way. And you can see it from here. You see, there was a bearish move, a reversal from this very impulsive move upward. So we had an impulsive move to this area, and then there was this bearish move to the downside. We had this bearish move to the downside, and once we got this, our uh, bull hammer here, you can see market flew up all the way and creating this high here. So this is a pure example also of an impulsive, this is a inverted hammer. In fact, you can see the body is just a little bit bigger, but it's an inverted hammer. You can see from here. And what did the market do after it created it? You can see it's an inverted hammer. Once market created this inverted hammer, what the market do? It crashed immediately. It crashed immediately. So yeah, if you have any question as regards to when it comes to hammer, we say it's a single pattern, right? It's a single pattern, and you always say single-handedly come, and then it always works. So if you're able to spot these, you're able to spot these candles patterns, you'll be able to like spot different moves in the market. So yeah. If there's any question, please type in the chat box or you raise up on mute and ask your question before we actually call it a day. So if you have any question or you don't understand any concept, please type in the chat box. But if you understand, just type one in the chat box, please. So I'm assuming we all understood. If there's no other question, I will be handing over to Leader Ocean. So Leader Ocean, please, you can take it over.
Thank you so much, the Abiola. Amazing presentation, and also the Adeshina. Thank you so much. Do we have any question? You can use the chat, or you can mute yourself and ask a question. Do we have any question? Do we have any question, please? You can unmute or use the chat and ask your question. Okay. Is there any question? All right, so since we do not have any question, thank you so much to all the co-hosts in the house and to our amazing members. Again, if this seems very technical, they are starting again. So I believe that we'll carry everybody along and everybody can understand. But you have to be present, you have to show up, you have to attend these meetings. Tomorrow we have our prospect meeting. So please make sure that you invite your guests. At least we should be like 40. Okay, please make sure that we are like 40 so we can do the giveaway. We have giveaway, we have something for us, but make sure that you don't come alone, come with at least one person. So thank you so much, amazing people, and we'll see you tomorrow. Make sure you keep showing up. Good night, everyone. Bye.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye. Good night, everybody.